Today we are sewing what I call the world's smallest pumpkin. Yes, I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is what we're making today. This is what it looks like. This has got to be one of the smallest pumpkin that I've yet to sew. With that being said, we are sewing from our Witch's Night Out book, which looks like this. This is what it looks like right here. I am sewing this block right here. This is the block that I'm going to be sewing today. So this is what my pieces look like. They are tiny. So I'm going to start sewing this. I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. It's going to be a lot of tiny pieces, and I'm going to have to be on my P's and Q's with this. The good thing is that I have starch. So if you're going to sew this block and you're going to sew the pumpkins in this book, I will recommend that you use starch. If you're not a starch kind of quilter, this will be the time to use starch. Okay, so anyways, that's my tidbit right now about this. A lot of you guys have sewn it because you have commented that the pumpkin were a little challenging. I think I see that. So with that being said, let's start sewing this block. Before I sew the block, I would love for you to subscribe down below if you have not. And if you are new here, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much. Let's start sewing. So here are my pieces right here all ready to go. So what we're going to do is get our instruction. We are going to take our E piece and we are going to sew 3 of this with the square piece going this way. And then we're going to take another 3 piece right here. There are the 3 pieces right here. So we're going to sew with a slanted, kind of like a flying geese, but not really, like this. And so with this one, it's a little tricky because the block is really, really small. I think it will be good to press open. It has you pressing to the side, which is, it wants you to press going this way. But I feel like I want to try to press open with this one and then see how I do. And then with the other ones, I will kind of try and see which one is less bulky. Pressing open or pressing to the side. I'm not really used to making teeny tiny blocks like this. So I'm just going to press open just to save myself some grief. Okay, and then we're going to take another 3 squares and we're going to sew on the bottom part going this way. Okay, like I said, these pieces are so small. So I have this 3 pieces already sewn. I'm going to put them to the side like that. So we're going to take the leftover E pieces, which is 2 of them, and we are going to sew our slanted flying geese going the opposite direction. So we're going to sew it going this way from the upper, so tiny y'all can see, from the upper right to the bottom left. Okay. So now this part is sewn on. I'm going to sew the bottom piece on going this direction as well, going from the right to the left. Okay. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm just gonna sew the opposite of what I just sewed with the other 3 pieces. Okay, so these are the 2 that we just sewn right here. So I'm going to put it right there. So the next thing we're going to do is take these 2 pieces, these 2 sets that we've already made. We're going to put them together. Okay, and then we're going to make kind of like a chevron look. We are going to put this guy going like this, and then this guy going like this, and then this guy going like this, and then like this, and then we're going to put it like that. So we have this chevron look thing going on. And then what I'm going to do next is just piece them together. And because I have pressed open, the seam are laying just flat. I'm going to sew really slow. So with this one, I'm going to press open as well. And then I'm going to take the next piece. I'm going to just piece it on. So here's my little piece all sewn together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 pieces are sewn together right now. The next thing we're going to do is sew our C pieces right on top like that. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to sew it, press it, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I've sewn the top and the bottom on. The next thing we're doing is sewing our corner pieces on, which is our 8 pieces. And I think I just need 4. Yep, I need 4. So what I'm doing next is sewing our corner pieces onto all 4 corners. So I've sewn all 4 corners on now, and all we're doing is sewing our B pieces to our F piece right here. So now I have the stem sewn on. I'm going to press it. So I've pressed, and I'm going to just sew the top on, and this block will be finished. This is what the complete blocks look like, okay? And I also want to show you that I've completed the second and the third block. They're all the same size. So I thought since they were only 5.5 inches, let me just be on a roll and complete the entire thing. So I have done all 4 that's needed for the first one right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this is the second one that we needed to do. So I've also completed 4 of this. This is the easiest part. So this is also completed 4. So altogether right now, I have completed 12 block plus the broom. I also wanted to show you my other sew along that I'm doing. I've completed 3 blocks out of the Pat Sloan, the Autumn Wonder. This is my first block. This is my second. I'm not really keen on the green. I wish I would have used a red here so it pops out a little more. I might be redoing this, but if I don't have time, it's just gonna stay like that. It's just my preference. And then I'd have the third block completed. This is kind of like my accent color that I'm gonna use throughout the blocks, just a speckle of it. I think it is kind of like, it gives it a little bit of an attitude, I think. The fabric collection that I'm using for the Christmas quilt for the Autumn Wonder with Pat Sloan is Sweetwater. This is the Blizzard collection. I get the quarterly box from Sweetwater themselves. It ships to me quarterly. So this was the fabric that was in it this quarter. This past quarter was a Christmas collection. And this right here, I've had in my stash for quite a while. It's also Sweetwater. And then the background right here, it's also Sweetwater, and it's their, I think it's their animal cracker white on white. It has numbers on them. I'm going to bring it closer to the screen so you can see. It has numbers on it. I think it's the animal crackers. So that is what I am using. So I have first 3 blocks done, and I will complete the 4th block this weekend. So this is my sew along, my Christmas for this year, my first Christmas sew along that I'm going to be doing. So there you go. So I'm sewing this with other project that I'm doing. So I also wanted to tell you that these blocks are so easy. I did all 3 of them in one afternoon. And I think I'm going with like 2 colors, red and green, with a speckle of this right here. So that's kind of what I'm doing with this quilt. So it's going to be completely Christmas colors. It's going to be traditional Christmas color, the green and the red, because I don't have anything green and red. So I'm going to try to do this in a traditional Christmas color, but still putting a little bit of modern twist in it. I just want to just show you this so you can be encouraged. This is completely free. Sew along that she's doing, the blocks are free, and then the layout is also on her website. And Pat Sloan website is ilovetomakequilts.com. You can go to Pat Sloan website to download the free block every Wednesday. To sew. It is completely free for her subscribers and everybody who wants to sew along with her. So this is my block, and I hope this is a little bit of encouragement to you to use what you have, and also free. It is free. You don't have to pay for the blocks. Just follow her on her YouTube channel, and that's all you have to do on that. So that is done. These are my block for this week for the Witches Night Out, all done. And you know what I always said, I have completed making my block, and I will love it if you subscribe down below if you haven't yet, and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.